Hi, it's Denise with Ladybug Stampin here in a video tutorial for you guys today. And today we are making a card for the Christmas Stampathon challenges for 2021. And I know this video may post a little late because I've had a cold, not COVID, y'all. I got COVID tested, it's not COVID. So that's why it's a little late. I'll go through all that while we're creating our card today, okay? Or maybe at the end. Okay, so this is what we're going to use. We're going to use Itty Bitty Christmas for our sentiment. And we're going to use an embossing folder because the challenge this month, or the theme this month, is embossing. So embossed cards. So you must create 4 embossed cards. Now, for all the rules of the Christmas Stampathon, they'll be listed down below. But what it is, it's a group of friends from around the world that we get together and we post a challenge or a theme every 25th of the month from January through, I think it's October or November. And then we challenge you guys to create cards using that challenge or theme that month. And then that way, by the end of November, you have all of your cards or stuff that you need for Christmas. That way you're not waiting to the last minute like sometimes we all do, including myself. And so it kind of helps you out. It helps us out. And we have fun in the process. So come over and join us. The Facebook group and all that will be linked down below as well. Okay, so you can come over and join us. I'd love to see your creations. And so let's go ahead and let's get started. Let me explain a little bit what we're doing today. So it is embossing. So I was trying to think, what could I do? I could emboss a card, you know, something different I could do. So I'm going to use this embossing folder, and then I'm going to use some embossing paste together. And we're going to use a little color and a little brush of or a little glitter with the Wink of Stella brush, okay? So the first thing we need to do is put all this to the side. Is I have got a piece of Whisper White, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. So this is going to be really fast, really simple. I don't know if it's going to be fast. You know, I can't do fast all the time. Sorry about my voice. I think I'm still having effects. But I'm going to lay my cardstock in my embossing folder. And I am just going to line it up with these words right here, over here. And I'm just going to go, I don't know. And you don't have to do this perfect every time. But it's kind of lined with the M. And then I'm just going to close it. And you can see on the front kind of where your trees are going to go up and how far. And that's fine. That's perfect what I need. And then we're going to run this through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. However, I've already done that to save time. So I want to show you guys. I hope you guys can kind of see the embossing on it. Isn't that really pretty? And then we're going to attach it to a piece of cardstock. That would be really simple and easy. Put a sentiment on there, right? Bim, bam, boom, we're done. But I want to do something a little different. So I've got my Stampin' blends here. And this is in Old Olive. And we have one tree, this one right here, that's kind of really sticking out from the other ones. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. But he's sticking out just a little bit further. So I'm going to take my, let me put you guys down a little bit. I'm going to take my Stampin' blend. Make sure you guys can see me here. And I'm going to take my brush tip and I'm just going to start at the top really lightly to make sure I'm picking up just that tree, okay? And I'm kind of staying with the embossed image like this. And it's okay if I don't get in the middle right off. I just want to make sure I get all these, the branches that are coming out, okay? You may have to turn it for the light, like I'm going to have to do, okay? And sometimes you may have to pick it up and look at it if your eyes are kind of older like mine, okay? Turn this way. And I'm just making sure that I'm getting all those branches that are going out. And this is the raised part right here. I don't want to try to get inside like where it's debossed. I want to kind of try to stay away from that as much as possible. That's why I'm trying to go really light with my hand. Okay. Okay, so I went in the middle. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Kind of go back over it. Make sure I'm picking up those, you know, all those things. Sorry, I had to cut out because Steve came in the bathroom. Okay, and I just go back over. It's going to give it a little bit of a darker effect, and that's okay. Like so. So I'm going to put this one aside for just a, well, I'll leave that lid on. And I'm going to come back with my darker one, my dark old olive, and I'm just going to grab the sides a little bit, okay? Like so. You can see that's going to soak that up really fast. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to try to blend that in real fast. Just pull it out from the side. Pull it out a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to go on this side and we're going to do the same thing. And you can work in smaller sections. So we can go like this and come back and pull out the color. Okay. Like so. And it will soak it up because it's been, you know, the paper has been loosened a little bit with the embossing. So it's going to soak up that blend, that alcohol, just a little bit faster than it would normally, okay? So that's why you can work in little sections like that. It just depends. It's a different look every time. I'll show you the first card I made. And then I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit darker over here. And just a little bit like so. And I'm going to come back out with my dark. I'm just going to play with it a little bit. Kind of go in the middle a little bit like so. And I'm doing it, I'm not, if you see, I'm not holding my pen up like this. I'm kind of holding it at a side to kind of blend it a little bit. Like so. Okay. Just a little bit. Just kind of trying to get some shades of green in there. And then I'm going to go back in the middle. Okay. Like so. And I'm just going to pick it up now. And I want to make sure that I've gotten all the little branches in there. Okay. I'll come down here a little bit. Yep. All right. Because this doesn't have to be perfect green, just has to be, you know, green. And I wanted it to be a little darker on the edges. All right, so I do this every time I put my lids on the wrong marker. That's how I messed up my first card. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry for just a second, and I'm gonna go ahead and stamp before we finish. I'm going to pull out our sentiment, and it is, where is it at? Blessed Christmas Wishes. That's the one I liked for this one. So I'm going to pull this out. Line it up on my block, on my D block here. Get out some old olive ink, Stampin' ink. Ink that bad boy up. Okay, and I'm going to stamp on here. Let's see if we can do it as well as I did it the first time. Yep. Yes. Okay. So put that up. All right. Now, I'm going to use Tombow for my adhesive today, because I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my card base. Oh, wait. Hold on a minute. Let's get my card base out. So I've got a piece of old olive cut at 11 by 8.5 or 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's go ahead and burnish those sides real quick. Okay. Now let's go ahead and attach this, and I'm going to use some Tombow. It just makes it easier. I don't think you guys seen me. I don't know. I maybe cut it out in time, but I did the wrong side a while ago, so I had to redo my front. But thankfully, I already had a piece cut, so. Okay, so then I'm just going to attach it to the front. And another reason why I like using Tombow with something like this, I can line up my cardstock. Look at that. I love it. Me and Tombow have a love-hate relationship. I think I've told you guys this many, many times. So I'm just going to make sure that's all pushed down. And then let's go ahead and stamp that sentiment on 2.5 by 5/8 or 3/8 of an inch basic white cardstock. And I do finally have my basic white cardstock, y'all. And I'm just going to put some Tombow on top of that. And I've got a piece of old olive that is cut at 1/2 inch by 2.5. And we're just going to lay those on top and create a nice little old olive border on top and bottom. Make sure it's even, like so. So it looks like this. All right. Just gotta stick down. Sometimes you may have to go back with the Tombow and just kind of pick up a corner, like put a little piece here, or you can put it on your cardstock actually, like so, to tack it down. Because, you know, with the embossing, sometimes, you know, if it's debossed, it's you may have to do a little bit of adhering, or at least sometimes I do. I think I'm afraid of putting too much because I don't want to seep out like right there. So, you know, then I don't put enough. So, but I'd rather put a little bit and not too much. All right, so now we're going to get out our embossing paste. And I'm going to lift my little lid up here. And I've got just a spoon. I get these from Dollar Tree. I mean, you can use your finger as well. You don't have to use a spoon. You can just use your finger. But I just thought to keep the mess down. I'm just grabbing a little bit. Not even that much. Just kind of coat the back of my spoon for right now. And I'm just going to kind of glide over. Oh, maybe I need a little bit more. I don't want too much because I don't want it in big spots. Just kind of glide over my tree like so. Trying to get some of the branches. Okay. Like so. You can either go too heavy or you can go too light. I guess too light would be better because then you can go back and add, right? But our cardstock is already kind of wet from the alcohol. Because again, you know, we embossed this image and it tore up the fibers of that paper. So we're going to go a little bit heavier right here at the bottom. Kind of spread it out a little bit. I want to have it like some kind of big patches. You can play with it. Every one is going to turn out a little different when you do this technique because, or this process, however you want to call it, because it's, you know, you're not going to get in the same spot every time, right? Okay. So, I don't want to put too much. Okay. All right. My other tree looked a lot better that I messed up. Why do I feel like I didn't get all the leaves out? But I did. All right, I'm just going to pat that down a little bit, not too much. Okay. Now, normally you'd let this dry for a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and attach this real quick and let that get a chance to just dry a little bit. Come on. All right, and we're going to adhere our sentiment. This is why I say I have a love-hate. If I hit my paper, I get that all over my fingers. And I'm just going to attach it about right here. Okay. You can see one of the trees poking out right there. And just put it to the side like so. And adhere it. Okay, now the last piece is the Wink of Stella. Now again, you can see that that's still kind of wet, and ideally you'd want that to dry a little bit, okay? But it's okay if it doesn't. And I've already got some Wink on there. I was looking for, oh, I'm looking for this lovely piece that I messed up a while ago. And I can do a little push if you want. Shake it up, do a little push, and it'll come out, okay? I don't want it spewing out. I just want it on the tip. So you're just going to come back And you're going to add a little bit of sparkle. And I kind of got this idea because we got snow. We got snow for over a week. And that's why I'm sick. I know, because I was played in it and stuff, right? And it was so cold, you guys, here. So cold. And I'm just going to add a little sparkle to that snow, because when snow falls, after it's fallen and you've woken up and you're looking at it the next day before anybody tramples on it, it kind of sparkles, doesn't it? Especially in the sunlight. Kind of just sparkles a little bit. So we're going to add that to this. And it, like I said, ideally you'd want this to dry, but you can do it. I'm just kind of patting it on top. Okay. Like so. Just trying to get it on that snow. Get a little bit on the tree too. We're really making that tree wet. Okay, so after it's dried, this is what it looks like. And this is what your card looks like. Sorry, you guys, I was out of focus, I think, on that one. So here it is, kind of wet. And here is the finished product. Okay. Isn't that cute? Very simple. And it did take a little time, but not that much time, really. If you're making a, you know, like we're going to make 4 of these, right? I haven't made 4 of them yet, but that's going to be really simple. I emboss all 4 of them, then add the color to each one of them, put a little embossing paste on it, let them dry, then come back with some Wink of Stella, add your sentiment, and this card is done. And this card looks like you could have got it anywhere, you know, at a card shop somewhere, but you made it, and that makes it better because you can see your little imperfections on your cards, what makes it homemade, right? All right, my lovelies. Well, thanks for stopping by. Again, this job is kicking me in the butt, y'all. But I'm learning, and I'm finally, you know, I'm starting to get more and more. We do have a lot of things coming up. But I've made myself a schedule. And I've gotten a schedule made for me. Kind of helped me out a little bit. And so, it's going to be a lot better. So I'm hoping to be coming on soon live, because I really do miss coming on live with y'all. And I have a lot of card ideas, and so I need to come on and share them with you guys. All right, so don't forget to look at the link down below for the Christmas Stampathon. It's down there, and make sure you go check out Ellen, Ruth, Shelley, or is it, no, can't remember, and Esther on their channels. And go and join the group and see what we've all created. All right. You guys have a lovely week and a blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.